Hello adventurers! Approach the Avocado Archives, it's time for Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go! Things are going to work a little differently today for episode 500. We are facing the challenge of the Bag of Misfit Dice. This cursed dice bag contains dice of all types of denominations, including some very strange ones. Anytime we need to roll a die this episode, we will be pulling a new die from the bag and rolling it, regardless of whether it is the correct denomination for our table. Anytime we roll a number higher than the maximum of our current table, we will take damage based on the difference rolled. If we run out of HP, something very bad will happen. Alright, let's start with our first cursed roll for bread. What dice do we have? We've got a regular D20. 2 freezer ends. Probably the happiest I've ever been to see a 2. From the depths of my freezer, I have these sandwich thins that we've been slowly making our way through. They are frozen solid, so we're going to be using our toast bread cantrip to bring them back to life for us. And there we go, nice and defrosted and ready for whatever is coming at us today. Let's pull another dice for our main roll. We have a D24. Let's see what we get. 20. Taking 8 points of damage. And let's roll another die. Alright, let's give this another shot. Rolling for our main with just a typical D6. 3 tofurkey. Alright, we've got a plant-based option today for our main. These wheat, gluten, and tofu slices are texturally a little bit chewier than regular lunch meat. These are the hickory smoked variety. They kind of taste like smoky mushrooms. Alright, let's roll for our cheese. What do we got? We've got a D10. Alright, rolling our D10 for cheese. And that's a 9. 3 more damage. Alright, attempt number 2 at rolling for cheese. What do we got? We've got a D7. And that's a 1. Cheese powder. Well, we're almost at half health, and we've got a sandwich with tofu slices and cheese powder. Not looking so great right now. On the plus side, there's not anything incredibly nasty tasting on this yet. Alright, let's pull a die for our first roughage roll. And we've got a D1. I wonder what it's gonna be. 1. Whatever fruit my kids haven't eaten. Looks like we've actually still got some strawberries, so we're gonna go with those today. I've actually had quite a few decent sandwiches with strawberries on them. They kind of fill the role a tomato would. And roughage roll number 2. What do we got here? We've got just a regular old D12. Let's give it a roll. 7 pickled jalapenos. You know, as far as roughage is concerned, I think we could have done worse. The spice and vinegar of these pickled jalapenos can go a long way here to masking other flavors and giving us, hopefully, a better experience overall. Let's get wild with our wild magic roll. What do we got? We've got a D9. And that's a 9, Vegeta. We will be adding a second powder to our sandwich. This time it's a vegetable powder. Basically a seasoning or a stock, originally from Croatia and popular in Eastern Europe. It will give us some extra salt and umami. And last but not least, it's the D6 sauce roll. Here we go. Let's see what we get. 4. Ketchup. You know, somehow after all that, I just knew we were going to end up with ketchup. Wouldn't be a landmark episode of Roll for Sandwich without our arch nemesis, now would it? Let's go ahead and get this sandwich closed up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross-section. Honestly, I've seen worse. While this was a fun little experiment, not sure the taste test portion will be, but it definitely could have gone worse. Let's give this one a taste. Yeah, I can't say that this one is enjoyable. It's pretty salty right from the jump, and between the tofurkey and the 2 different powders, texture leaves something to be desired. Those pickled jalapenos do go a long way, though, in covering up weird flavors, but unfortunately that's not enough to combat the ketchup. Overall, we get something akin to an oversalted tomato soup in flavor, and something texturally that is dense and gritty in all the wrong ways. Still, I can't help but feeling we got off a little easy based on what we were up against today, so really I can be nothing but thankful. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 3.1 today, and I'm going to call it Hitting the Gritty. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again next time right here on Roll for Sandwich.